Hello, Monroe County. This is Monroe County Under the Scope podcast number, I don't know, 12 or 13. I don't know. Numbers aren't my
I've lost track.
Jam, but we're with our usual guest, Gavin Clements and Willie Russell.
Yes, we're hosts.
Whoa.
We've always been guests on this podcast.
Everyone,
Actually, the only podcast we've done with just the three of us is probably the worst. I haven't posted yet, but
Oof. Well, how do you know it's the worst then?
it's only 29 minutes long, and we just, I don't know, me and Willie talked about it. We were kind of all over the place.
Scratch to the card.
All right. Well, they talked about it, so
It might be a Christmas blooper reel or something. I don't know.
Our guest today is Donovan Melican.
That is right.
Melican the Pelican.
The first.
Pelican with an M.
Melican the Pelican.
Mm-hmm.
That was a nickname growing up. I'm just guessing, but it seems logical.
You know, I really never had a nickname. I really didn't.
What?
No, Dono was about as close as I ever came to a nickname.
I mean,
I know I live in Waterloo and everybody has a nickname, but I never had one.
your first and last name both absolutely scream nicknames, so that blows my mind that you made it all these years.
Yep.
Without a
I
nickname.
mean, at least not to my face.
Okay. That I believe.
Yeah, there might be a nickname
That's-
behind me, but I've never heard it out loud.
100% true. We're doing this the week before Thanksgiving.
Week of.
Week of Thanksgiving. It's probably going to get released a little bit after that, but the week of Thanksgiving. And there is a lot going on in our town. There's a lot going on within our lives. And wow. You're welcome, guys. Buckle up. This is going to be a great episode. So, Donovan, I guess the most pressing question on almost everyone's mind is, what the hell happened with the Insiders?
In Marissa?
Yeah.
Just no business. Beautiful bar. Awesome. Hey, it's for sale. 5,500 square foot stainless steel kitchen. I mean, just a really bad, really cool bar. Bad location.
Yeah.
Just didn't have the business. The town, they supported me. I met a lot of nice people down there. Met quite a few that I'm glad I never have talked to again. But it was hard to figure out. I've been in the bar business a long time, and it was 1 week we had more business we can handle. And then we wouldn't see nobody for 4 weeks.
Wow.
And it just, you couldn't plan nothing. So it wound up, at the end of the day, it was cheaper to close it than to keep it open. And it's a shame. I do miss it, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I still got to pay for my kids' college.
Yeah. Everyone was, everyone around town was wondering. The people who know you. And the people who don't know you, Donovan is entrepreneur, longtime resident, local business owner, local business rep. I know Lane House has been in your wheelhouse too.
Yes, yeah.
You've worn so many freaking hats. Everyone's probably met you, but maybe not everyone knows who you are. So, what's your jam? What's your story?
Well, we moved to Waterloo when I was a freshman in high school. So I guess like 1985. Kind of messed around, tried to go to college for a short time. That didn't work out. My dad calls it my $6,000 party. I worked for Coca-Cola for 20 years. Well, not quite 20 years, but right at it. And opportunities came up, and I quit. I went to Lane House. I started as a rep there, and then I bought into that company right 14 years ago. And then 6 years ago, I got an opportunity to buy Outsiders downtown Waterloo, and I did that. And then the rest is a little bit here and there. I tried Marissa. I just recently bought a bar in Redbud named Two Lanes, the old Sportos. Everybody in Redbud knows it as Sportos. But that's pretty much it. I love the town. We moved here from Dupo, and I was accepted immediately. I mean, I have so many good friends here, and I would never leave. And I hope my kids, when they're done with college, they come back here.
Yeah, that's
quite the tenure you got there, man.
Yeah. Huh?
That's quite the tenure you got there.
I've done
You
a
worked
lot
for
of
Coca-Cola?
20 years.
Dang, man. What'd you do for them?
I drove a truck. Yep, and I was a union rep for them. Everywhere I go, I seem to gravitate towards some sort of, like I was their union rep for 20 years, or 15 of the 20 years I was there. When I got into bar business, I immediately became the district vice president for the ILBA. So I always like that leadership role, maybe not the work that is involved in it.
What's the IOBA?
Yeah, the Illinois Licensed Beverage Association. So it is a group of bar owners from across the state.
Oh, okay.
And we are a lobbyist organization. We raise money. Our only fundraisers are to raise money for lobbyists to make sure that politicians kind of vote our way, that maybe they don't make the bar life so difficult for us, because it is difficult, with the increase in DUIs and the increase in just taxes and laws and, gaming requirements and things like that. Our organization kind of tries to prevent that. We're not successful a lot, to be honest with you, but we are out there and we are working for every bar, and like in Waterloo, all the bars work together. If I need something from Randy at Double R Bar, I call him and he's there immediately. I can call Happy Hour, whoever. We all work together. We are in competition against each other, but we are also we all have the same problems, the same concerns, and the ILBA kind of brings us to the same table where we can voice those concerns. So, and I still do that. I'm still the vice president of the ILBA.
Wow. To this day, how long have you been vice president for?
4 years.
4?
Yep.
But you've been a member for a lot longer?
No, not really. I was a bartender for 35 years at Outsiders. That was always my secondary job. I've never had one job in my whole life. I can't, even at 15, I baled hay and was a lifeguard. Bagged groceries at Schnucks,
spirit from birth.
Yeah. I've always had more than one job, and so I always was. Outsiders was my second job. I've been at Outsiders for 36 years now.
Damn.
So a bartender for 30, and I've owned it for 6.
Damn. Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
That means how old I am. Yeah.
Willie's
talking about being 30 years old.
Right, 37, and then Coca-Cola for 20.
And
I've retired from more jobs than Willie's worked.
Whoa. I don't know if you really understand how many jobs Willie worked. Me, yes. Yeah. You're also a member of Oddfellows?
Yeah, I'm an Oddfellow member. I have a seat there. I'm also a member of the Waterloo Optimist Club.
Wow, man.
Yeah, and I really enjoy both them organizations. Oddfellows meet every other Friday, and that's we have dinner and drinks, and then basically give money to whatever needs to happen. Oddfellows kind of is the money behind a lot of the other organizations. We have no fundraisers because we own a farm down in southern Illinois. That's where our money comes from, and we give it away. And then the Optimist Club, they work for theirs, and they work very hard for theirs.
Yes, they do. They have tons of fundraisers,
and they do. And it's a fun atmosphere while we're making money. It's
just different way to raise money.
You're right, and I joined both them clubs back when I did not have money to contribute to the community, which I wanted to do. Yeah. Well, I can't write a check for $500 for a sponsorship or nothing back then. Yeah. So I joined these clubs instead of money, I gave them my time, and I hope young people do that too.
That's something important to note. Even me as a 30-year-old, I try to do that, but I feel like I'm the 30-year-old standing there by myself trying to do that. Like, I mean, it's just not a lot of people think of it that way.
Yeah, and that's I always wanted to give back. My neighbor at the time was the president of the Optimist, and he asked me if I wanted to join. I absolutely, and it's been a good fit. I've been an Optimist since 2004, and Oddfellow a little bit after that. And it wasn't they're both national organizations, but the local organizations stay local. Yep. We don't kick, the Shriners, maybe they collect some money, but some has to go to this organization or this lodge or this temple. All the money we raise in town stays in town. Yep. We do not kick back money to
It's the same kind of concept as Ducks Unlimited and Whitetails Unlimited and NWTF, where they still kick back to national sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, but with the Oddfellows and the Optimist both, you can directly track their money or their time, whichever it is, money or time.
Yeah.
They put back so much in this community that,
and the optimist
that is underappreciated and underpraised.
Yep.
But that's the way they want it. They don't want to be in the spotlight.
And especially the Oddfellows. So the Oddfellows has the money. They don't do fundraisers, but they're kind of the money behind of a lot of things that they don't.
They're helping other organizations.
Exactly right. If the Lions need help, we give them money, and we don't have our name on anything hardly. I mean, people don't even know that the show building in town is our lodge. That we own that building. You know, where the mask, the live action theater is. That's our building. And then the Optimists, on the other hand, if they have $10, they're giving away $9.99 of it that day.
Yep.
They help out so many people. Now the Optimist is geared more. It's only geared towards youth. They only provide assistance to underprivileged children, youth organizations, Toys for Tots, things like that. And then Oddfellows is everybody. It doesn't matter. If you need a wheelchair, we'll provide you a wheelchair.
Young or old, rich or poor.
Exactly right.
The broad spectrum.
Yep.
And anyone out there listening, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm a 23-year-old guy, or I'm a 30-year-old guy. I'm looking, I have time. These are organizations within our community that you can reach out to. Like it's not an elitist club that only an invite can get you in.
Right.
You feel like giving back to your community, and the organizations that directly support our Monroe County, Waterloo, Columbia, Smithton,
and you younger people, you'd be surprised how welcome you would be, because we are aging organizations. We are that young group isn't involved yet. You know, quite honestly, in the Oddfellows, I might be one of the youngest people at 54 years old.
I would put money on that.
You know,
that's one of the biggest.
That's saying a lot right there.
It is.
Whoa,
So when
he's not that old.
When young people come
Too
in,
old to join the club, though. I mean, that's a narrow window right there.
what do you need? You know, here, and they'll include you.
What's your interest? Hey, can we cultivate this relationship? We need you in the spectrum, but the kids that reach out, they're getting fewer and far between.
They are.
Well, and that's exact. So I took on kind of switching from older crowd on the Macetown, the Monroe County shotgun season competition, and it that's exactly what happened. Was there's I bet there was 15 or 20 old guys down there retired, just down there, you know, having their coffee or eating their lunch, but they all come over to check on, you know, the younger kids that are running it, just to try to make sure that they still got what they need, and then, hey, what are y'all thinking for next year? What are y'all thinking right now? Like, what do you think you need? You know, they're there to, you know, they don't want to see it disappear, but if we didn't stick our neck out to say, hey, we want to do it, it would have never, the conversations would have never crossed.
And they're learning stuff from you too.
That's right.
They want to learn, you know, maybe you got a deer tracker app on your phone that they've never heard of an app.
That's right.
You know, it does. It helps both ways.
But they walk those woods for 3 decades.
Absolutely.
Oh, right. They got that experience and that knowledge. They want to pass that down too, make the sport more interesting.
One of the guys that's helping us, I hate to call him out, but we got down there in a meeting, and he handed his phone to one of us to put our phone numbers in his phone, and I'll be damned, the phone's been playing Itsy Bitsy Spider on full volume, and he's like, I don't know how to turn it off. I can't get it to go away. He says, every time I get in my truck, it's full volume. He said it'd been going on for 4 days. We're all just sitting there laughing our ass off. But shit like that, you know.
See, I'm laughing because it's pretty familiar.
We ended up being able to help him with it. So
for those
shit like that.
For those people who've been listening for I don't know, days and days, Willie just got back from hunting down in Kentucky.
Yeah.
At the family farm. I'm guessing with his stories, he wasn't super successful.
No, he got one.
I killed one the first day. Yeah, I killed one the first day. For second day maybe. There wasn't a lot of deer shot down there. County numbers were low down there. It was a full moon the first weekend of season down there, so everybody was moving at night, so it's kind of juggling. I haven't looked at the numbers since, but up here wasn't bad. Up here's shotgun season just ended on Sunday, so Illinois shotgun's first season, which Tulane's had a deer party too, or deer fest.
We did.
So we kind of had the same. We were discussing it a little bit earlier.
Yeah, we had, and I don't have nothing to go on. I've never done it before. This is my first one. But we had 225 people sign up, and we only brought 40 deer back in all weekend in 3 days, which I thought I was expecting more. 200 people sign up and only 40 come back. Now maybe they're waiting for that that big buck to bring in.
Just the weather. The weather was
Is
all.
the deadline over?
Right. It was
No,
rainy
there's
and
second
shitty, like, the
shotgun
whole
season
weekend.
too. You cannot sign up anymore, but they can still bring deer in.
225 people to sign up in a transition bar. That's not bad.
That's
No,
pretty good.
I was happy about that.
Yeah, because we had to struggle
you've
with
been doing it
250, and we were just changing hands over the competition. So we kind of had the same hiccups there too. So it's the same.
The struggle's real.
Yeah.
And everybody had their different thoughts. Rain one day.
Yeah.
Weather was a little warmer one day. And I'm not a deer hunter. I do hunt, but I don't hunt deer. I just don't have property around here to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But listening to them older guys come in there, they were happy with what they got because they didn't see much.
Yeah, that's right. I know most of the deer we had brought in, it was the first deer people had seen all weekend, and they brought it in on Sunday. Like, well, brown it down and freaking just shoot what you see. And it's like, well, whatever. Kill it while you see it, I guess. Kill it before it starts snowing next week.
So either one of you guys...
Dude, shut your dirty mouth right now. It's supposed to snow next week.
Yeah.
I'm not a deer hunter either, so I don't know. And this may be a stupid question, and
I'm sure it is.
You can make fun of me. Everyone's curious at this point. Everyone's on pins and needles. So, you guys went shotgun hunting. Do you do bows, crossbows? Like, is there...
Yeah, but we didn't do that in our contest. I don't know if you had...
No, we did both shotgun seasons, and we do have a muzzleloader category too.
All right.
So that's the week after that one. I do not. So Andrew Glessner down at Fountain, he has a youth organization, a youth hunt, and I really
heard about that.
Yeah, and I didn't want to take away from him because he does a great job down there.
He
and
rock stars it.
I think quite honestly, he's been doing it for a while, and I ain't going to compete against that either.
One of my favorite stories about you was more of a business owner related story. It was down at Insiders, down in Marissa. There was the Taste of Marissa festival going on. You had a chili cook-off contest in the bar, but also there was a buy chili outside the bar.
Yes.
And you guys were fighting each other, and everyone was getting angry and aggravated, and tensions were rising. And dude, I tell you this story a lot because it is a testament of a true business owner solving a problem very simply. You walked out to the people selling the chili for a fundraiser, I believe it was.
Fire department, yeah.
You're like, dude, how many bowls of chili do you fucking sell? And they said, I don't know, 127. How much is a bowl of chili? $2. Here is $400. Can I please open my chili contest inside?
Yep.
You guys are good. And they loved it. And I know you did not truly grasp or understand. Maybe you did. I didn't know. But to me, that was fucking genius.
Well, and I didn't want to compete with the firemen, and
nobody does.
Trust
Nobody
me.
wants any.
If I'd have known they had a chili stand in front of my front doors, I would have never made chili inside.
Literally, a table outside of the door.
Outside, you had to walk around their table to get into my place to get chili. And
that was free.
It was free, absolutely. And they came in and they said, "Hey, can you not sell chili? We're trying to sell it outside." And yeah, and so we didn't sell chili or give chili away for about 2 hours, and I thought, I got 75 gallons of chili.
Oh shit! What are you gonna do with 75 gallons of chili?
Right,
it's business owner's mind. He clicked.
So I went outside and I said, "Man, what do you make in a year's time?" And they told me, and I doubled it, and they packed up their stuff, and they brought their chili inside, and they were part of the contest.
No, shut up.
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't know that part of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So they gave their chili away inside for free, and everybody was happy. And then down the street, I think it was the Girl Scouts had a small chili stand too, and I went and donated.
All on the same day.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
a lot of chili, man.
In Marissa, it was a big event back in the day.
Okay.
And Marissa, I've done a lot of work in Marissa. I know people in Marissa. I'm part of their township and all that stuff. But that was pretty big step for you to take.
And I didn't want to. I wasn't trying to be a big shot. I was just trying to. Hey, what does it take? What do you need to make your nut for the month?
You wanted that thing to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
You wanted it.
I tried everything. We tried live bands. We tried, in the restaurant business and bar business, the true telltale death of a business, kids eat free. And we tried that for a while. You know, look at Steak and Shake.
We don't own
kids eat free. 6 months later, they're out of business. Denny's, kids eat free. 3 months later, they got hours from 6 a.m. to noon.
COVID did that.
Well, a lot of does.
But I miss my 24-hour Denny's, man.
You see a sign in front of business say kids eat free, they're going out of business.
Really?
Yeah, because quite honestly, unless you're a Chuck E. Cheese, bar pubs don't want the kids there anyway.
Do you make more money off of alcohol sales,
absolutely,
gambling sales, or food sales?
So,
which is it? I don't own a bar. I'm just curious.
So food sales is very rough. If you're rolling, you make pretty good money. It's never going to pay your mortgage.
More
alcohol is where it's at.
Really?
And then your gaming is, the state of Illinois has allowed us to have a bonus. It's quite honestly, gaming right now is keeping our industry alive. So, in my mind, I'm not. You can look up whatever, but in my mind, it is.
Keeps the doors open. The booze pays the bills and gets you some money.
I actually treat my business.
And the food will be bonus.
Yep, I treat my business the exact opposite. As long as the booze pays for everything, I don't take anything out of any bar I got. If I make $4 on a drink profit, it goes back into the bar, and I do upgrades and remodels and try different things. Maybe, who knows, improvements.
Yeah.
And then the gaming, in my mind, is usually my paycheck. That's how I make my money. As long as the bar sustains itself, and if it's doing well, then the bar improves. If it's stagnant, and we're still open, but the gaming's my money.
You'd be surprised how many people out there that have no idea. They just go to a bar, they're like, oh, it's packed, you should be making shit tons of money. But they're not accounting for the Tuesday afternoon or the Thursday morning.
Or
the times you're open. There ain't nothing.
Or the $3,000 a month you have to pay for insurance.
Holy crap, it's that much?
Oh, absolutely.
Jeez
or
Louise.
the lawsuits you got to battle off.
Exactly right.
It's
a
crap.
Good lawyers cost money.
Do you feel lucky that Pops, Butch, shout out Butch, love you, man. Do you feel lucky that he gave you the opportunity, or do you feel you made the opportunity into something?
Absolutely. So Butch never actually owned Outsiders. A man named Steve Lure owned it.
I'm sorry, what?
Butch never owned Outsiders. Butch was the manager.
I thought Butch.
Nope. A man, they call him Sheeby. Steve Lure owned Outsiders. Now Butch, after I bought the bar from Sheeby, Butch stayed on as a manager as long as he could. Butch is aging, well, it was time to retire. But I know I owe a lot to Butch. I really do. I worked for him for 30 years.
Yeah.
He kind of was my mentor. Yeah. Kind of told me, he's seen it all. He started a bar in the 50s.
Oh,
yeah. He saw the disappearance of cigarettes.
The gray and fuzzy.
Yeah. He saw spittoons on the floor to no ashtrays anymore. He saw everybody playing euchre at the side tables to you can't have decks of cards or dice in a bar now if you have gaming. He saw a lot of change in his lifetime, and he predicted a lot of change that I'm going through now, as far as like young kids, the 30-year-olds. They don't come to happy hour. They don't stop on their way home from work, have 2 or 3 drinks, and then go home to dinner with their wives. They go straight home, or they work from home and never leave the house.
Yeah.
The bar business is a little bit of a struggle, just because things are changing. Marijuana laws are very lax.
You can get a jug of booze and drink at your home.
Oh, absolutely.
Way cheaper.
Oh, 100%. I can get a booze from Walmart cheaper than I can buy it off the same truck that just left Walmart.
Yeah.
Which I don't think is fair to bars.
No.
But it's an immediate consumption law. I have to pay, and basically I pay taxes on each shot instead of each bottle. That's why it's so much more.
Really?
Oh, absolutely. I pay.
Wait.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Did you
know
that?
Shot? No, didn't know that.
Yeah. So the same truck.
Drink.
The same drunk. The same drunk. The same trunk that leaves.
Oh, I thought you were
Walmart
moving. Yeah, go
that
for
sold
it.
a case of Jack Daniels to Walmart for $400. That same truck, when he gets to my place, that case of Jack Daniels is $800.
Whoa.
Because they charge me by the shot, basically. because I'm in media consumption.
Per 1 ounce drink per bottle.
See, I don't know where it goes, and maybe you can answer that question, but I know in Kentucky that tobacco sales, the state of Kentucky has a lawsuit with big tobacco companies that has to be recirculated back into the local community, into ag. It's called I want to say it's called the CAPE program or something like that.
What do you mean have to?
They have to. So like
by law.
By law. So many years ago, the Commonwealth of Kentucky or the state of Kentucky, more or less proved that big tobacco was bad for people, and instead of just getting rid of tobacco, the big tobacco company has to pay a portion of their profits to the tobacco growing county in the state of Kentucky. So say if you're in Hopkins County, they have a high tobacco growing farm. They'll get more money versus a smaller county that doesn't have any more tobacco in the county growing.
Wow.
So I wonder if something like that happens with the alcohol sales, if they, switch with that taxes where it goes.
I think a lot of it goes to maybe school programs for children don't start drinking. And now I know gaming is a little different. So the gaming is split up 3 ways. One for the vendor that supplies the machines, one for the bar owner, and a third for the state. Now, the local municipalities get a piece of that too. Like in Waterloo, it's called the Downtown Beautification Program.
I've heard of that before.
So anything, if you own a business in town and you redo your facade,
brick and mortar though.
Yeah, brick and mortar. If you redo your facade, the city will grant you some money. And it's substantial. It's worth improving your business.
It's Randy's Double Bar, $10,000.
Yeah, absolutely.
They put on that whole front facade.
That new place out there that used to be the Family Video. He just got $12,500 or something. He's not even open.
Exactly.
Damn.
That was pre.
But that's gaming money. That is money that the city has taken out of gambling machines.
Really,
now every municipality is different. Some put them in their general fund. It goes to pay raises or just road district, whatever.
Percentage raise.
Waterloo actually separates it completely and puts it all in the downtown beautification. Now that pot has gotten fairly large, so now they're actually making donations out of that fund to local charities, things like that. If maybe a grant.
Well,
for,
I'd say like your Miss K might, if they would pay for new purple bows or whatever. Yeah. That would be a good.
And kind of how it goes, they have a cap, and I've never applied. Well, actually, I applied for one years ago, and the rules were not in my favor. I did not get my grant, and no fault to the city. I didn't read the rules well enough. But if you redo something on the front of your building, make improvements, they will pay half, up to a certain amount. So if you've got a $20,000 facade facelift, they'll pay 10.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to go through the paperwork and get approved, but I very seldom hear anybody get declined.
And they actually instigated that. It was 5, 8, might even 10 years ago.
Well, so gaming's been around for 10 years.
Yep.
So probably 2 years after gaming, they all of a sudden, what do we do with this money?
But Waterloo was one of the only cities that put it in the general fund.
Yes.
Now, to accept it.
Or didn't put it in the general fund. They put it in the beautification.
Yeah, they don't. It does not go to general fund.
General. You're right.
Yeah.
To the beautification fund.
Now, Columbia and Redbud, that'll goes to the park districts.
Yeah.
So
same with Hecker.
Is that right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I wonder if that's how Columbia is affording that big, beautiful park that they're building out there.
I don't know.
They're building another park.
By the way, we did talk about the levee a couple weeks ago, and they're fixing that. So
it looks like they are.
The second thing we've changed.
First the solar panels, now the levee.
Which now they're coming up with a new contract for the solar panels.
No way.
It's coming back.
Yep.
Okay.
Because everyone stopped talking about it.
Yep.
By Warburg.
Yeah. Have you seen on the news how mad they are in St. Louis over the data center? Oh my God.
The one down at the mine down in Valmeyer?
No, in St. Louis, in like Fenton, I think. I'm gonna say.
Dude, there's a ginormous data center going down in the mines down in.
No, have they confirmed that? Have they confirmed it? Have they confirmed it?
I don't think so, but that's the
talk of the street.
That's the we call it bar talk.
Gossip. Thank you. I didn't know the right word for it.
The gossip
the
is
gist around town is Yeah, huge data farm.
And see, maybe you can help me. You're younger. I don't know. It's a business that's enclosed in brick walls. No one can see what's going on inside. It doesn't take up all that much of a space when you're talking. It's smaller than a Walmart. What's the problem?
The energy consumption and the heat distribution of it. That's
Okay.
the only concerns.
So it's like big supercomputers in there.
Supercomputers.
That's drawing too much. But
Drawing
let
energy.
me go back though.
It's not my problem, but
But they're paying for electricity.
Yes, they are.
So
And
is it too much electricity where like maybe there's blackouts in other parts of the city because of it? I mean, well, I don't know what the problem is yet. I know everybody don't. No one wants a business next door to them. I got it. No one wants, and I have neighbors that don't particularly like living next to a bar, but business has got to go somewhere.
Yeah.
And that seems like a very
quiet business.
Quiet business.
Mm-hmm.
You know, no, I mean, you got a parking lot full of cars, and that's it.
The other part of it,
there's no dump trucks running. There's
no studies going on.
Once a month,
like,
maybe somebody goes there
yeah.
to check things.
Is that right? Yeah.
I mean,
that's
my guess.
I don't know the full, but that just the way it sounds is the power consumption's the major one, and then they're having to use water to cool, so then they're putting that hot water into the sewer system. So like that kind of thing would, in my mind, that would run your city's costs up. For you'd have to run more power at the power plant. You'd have to have, say if you live down that power line, okay, now we got to put a giant power pole in to get there. So like those kind of things maybe, but those things are, after you sign the deal, those are an aftermath thing. It's no different than the solar farms. You can sign the deal.
So they're more concerned about what could happen.
I think so.
Because there's not enough of them around to study on.
That's the other problem is, so like, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but I've learned from a friend from the solar farms that's gone up around his house that he's got lawyers involved, and they have found evidence of Google and Microsoft throttling anything negative about solar farms in that area, to where you can't just Google negative things about solar farms. They've throttled it down to where people can't see it.
Really?
Like they censored it.
So I think that the same shit's happening with data centers.
Okay.
And so that's why locals are talking to other family members that are by a data center, and that's how that's spreading so fast.
So what's the problem with it though? I mean, the people that they're talking to, what are they saying? That I mean, their kids are born with 3 eyeballs. I mean,
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't read into it enough to know. But like Tom said, there's the power consumption goes up. But see, from what I've heard a little bit is that the power consumption goes up in that area, and then they say that there's going to be a tax break for the citizens that live around it or whatever.
Sure.
But then magically in 3 years their bills are tripling.
Oh.
So it's like
magically.
So it's like okay, what is truly happening here? That why all of a sudden are we tripling? Like in my mind, I kind of relate it to the same thing as Spire in St. Louis. Have you seen where there's some homes that have exploded from gas explosions?
Well, yes, I watch the news every once in a while. Yeah.
So Spire hasn't raised bills in who knows how long. They don't truly know exactly what's going on, and they've never updated the infrastructure. They've just been cashing checks. Well, guess what? Now they don't have any more money. Infrastructure costs more money than ever to update. Somebody's got to pay for it. Yeah. So what are they going to do? In my mind, the only thing they're going to do is update the bill.
Sure.
So, so now we're having issues with Spire as a customer, but then now we're going to have to pay 3 times as much to pay for somebody else's issue on the other side of town. So it's the same. And then same thing I've heard on the news too. St. Louis is having a water issue. They've got water main breaks breaking everywhere. The same thing happened. They just cash checks. They never update the infrastructure.
Yeah.
Well, now all of a sudden they're trying to figure out what's going on. Well, they've got unpaid bills. There's no meters on half the buildings. It's all an estimate off of, I guess an estimate on your home size. So they're not even truly paying for how many gallons people are actually using. People are just paying an estimate bill. So like, holy crap, how many people have been running 1 million gallons through, and they've only been paying for 100,000.
Right.
So what's really going on? So you don't know.
Yeah.
You put a data center in the middle of somebody who can't even track their own shit in the first place.
Sure. And I'm not defending them or
I don't know.
Approving them.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's why I was asking. Why?
Yeah.
When you see these beautiful buildings being put in the middle of North City that look nice, they're landscaped, at least the artist renditions of them.
Yeah.
What's the problem? Well, I mean, hey, you're telling me there is problems. I got it. I didn't know.
Yeah, there's so many different. It's weird. But I just heard it. the news has a bit. It's same with Republic Times. Like, you'll have a bit of a problem, and then it kind of goes away for a couple weeks until somebody realizes that they just got pinned on a board. And then once somebody realizes they got pinned on the board, then, all right, let's revisit this problem. Because, like, they've updated that they're going to fix the levy. They updated that last week.
Yeah.
Well, now all of a sudden they've updated it again today. So
and there's probably tens of people listening to this going, you guys are idiots. This is what's the problem.
Hey, that's fine.
It's like watching watching football questions on Jeopardy.
Where do we send all
the hate mail?
The hate mail, guys.
Rich Melching.
Dudesplayground.org. Attention, Rich Melching.
I love that.
That's our HR guy.
So let him come on for a second time and tell us all of y'all's opinions.
And we need to stop John Reed eventually to get him to sponsor the show, so we can go. And now we're working on our sponsor.
It's gonna snow Saturday.
I totally saw John a couple weeks ago, and
we saw him a couple weeks ago too.
Yeah, we saw him last week too.
My favorite John Reed story. He comes in a tavern. I had a girl, Heather, and she went to work for another company. He comes in, he says, Donovan, how much are one of them slushies? I said, without alcohol in them, they're $3. He said, well, Heather always gave me one. And I said, well, that's why Heather doesn't work here anymore. And he looked me straight in the eye and said, well, can I still have one? Yes, John, you can still have one.
And the balls to double down. I respect it.
One of my absolute favorite stories that I've heard. I could tell it, but I'm gonna mess it up a lot. But I think my son and Willie deserve a full disclosure of the entire scenario, no matter how long it takes you. When you were a car salesman, and the gentlemen or people came in to take a test drive and took that car and robbed a bank or something. What exactly was the story?
And that was pretty much the end of my car salesman career. I sold cars for about a cup of coffee, and there was always a rule that you had to go with the people on a test drive. So this young couple came in and they wanted to test drive a used Mustang. It was a nice car. I'm kind of heavy. I'm not sitting in the back seat of that Mustang. And the woman that was test driving it was larger than I was.
Whoa.
So I said, here's the keys. Let me know how you like it. They did. They went and robbed a gas station. Then on Route 15, they had their getaway car waiting. So they pulled up and then lit my car on fire.
Oh, nice.
And drove away.
The car from the dealership that you worked at.
Yes, not my car. The car that I let them test drive. Yes.
Which is funnier.
That's a pretty good idea. I never thought about that.
Well, we are not laying out.
That's why they go with you on the test drive.
Yeah.
So you don't do shit like that.
Now there's rules in place.
And I remember and my boss, who was a good friend of mine, and he's still a good friend.
I was going to say still.
But he kept coming over. He's like, hey, where's our Mustang? I said, brother, I don't know. I said, it's been a half an hour. So I got their phone number and stuff. I kept calling them, and I'm looking them up on Facebook, because I got their name.
Oh, this was recent enough for Facebook.
Oh yeah, it was 15 years ago.
Did they leave their car in the parking lot at least, or
they did, which was also stolen.
Nice, nice.
Yep.
No surprises there.
Yep. And about an hour later, the police showed up at the dealership and started asking questions. I said, "What's going on?" They said, "Well, one of your license plates was on fire on Route 15.
We don't know what car it is."
I mean, it's a smoldering heap, but we found your plate.
And it was used in an armed robbery.
Jesus.
Well, how about that?
Happy Monday.
Right.
That ended Donovan's career as a car salesman.
It surely did, which was a good thing, because I did it for a short time for some extra money, and my boss, who was a friend of mine, let me come in just for months here and there, and
a weekend,
exactly right,
here,
and then I messed that up bigger than anything. Basically, I sold all my buddies' cars that cost and then quit.
Well,
Are fired.
You sold all your buddies' cars at cost, and then had a test drive go rob something and lit it on fire and left it there. You know, if you're going to leave a job, that's
a pretty good way to do it.
That's a pretty good.
Right. Yep,
it'd be better if your buddies were the ones that robbed the bank or the gas station. And...
I'm sure our listeners out there are like, I got a better story than that.
Oh, absolutely.
That's one of my favorites to tell that I heard from you. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a long day. That's for sure. It was definitely a long day.
I can't believe it was only 15 years ago. That blows my mind.
Yeah.
But it's hard to
Facebook
remember.
Facebook was still around.
Yep.
Yeah, it's hard to remember.
And quite honestly, that's how I got in with Lane House Construction. I was sitting at a tavern, and the man that owns Lane House was a friend of mine also. And I'm having drinks at the tavern that I worked at, and he said, "What's going on?" And I was telling him the story. He said, "So I guess you got fired?" I said, "Well, not yet."
No.
I said, "It's not Monday yet. I imagine."
Probably.
Yeah, I imagine I am. And he said, I could use some help in my company. Why don't you come over? And that's how I got the job in the Lane House business.
Yeah, you were at Lane House for a while. Like,
you've
been trying to step away for 5 years now.
I have.
That I know of.
You know, and
it's a great company.
It is.
It just...
And it's very lucrative for me. I make a good living there. The company's been good to me. I just got a lot on my plate, and I enjoy the bar business more than roofing business. Yeah. What you can imagine. Mm-hmm. It's cool in the summer and warm in the winter, and roofing is not.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm leaving on good terms. I'm staying on.
And the company's still doing just fine.
Absolutely, yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it.
There's still management there.
Everyone don't freak out at Lane House.
If you got a Lane House warranty, it is still good.
It's fine, guys.
The warranty is still good.
Donovan's just shifting to more opportunities.
Yeah.
I think that's what really drew me to you is your entrepreneur spirit.
And I've gotten to the point now where I'm 54. I'm getting ready to think about retirement. I probably never will retire. I just don't have that in me. But I enjoy the bar business. Yeah. I truly do. I like the everyday struggle, the everyday, not conflict, but I don't know the word.
Drama?
A little bit of drama.
The bar talk. The bar talk.
The monotony of it?
The monotony is great. It's something different every day. That's why I enjoy it.
Okay.
But maybe putting out fires. How about that?
Yeah. Okay.
And the fires in the bar business are way smaller than fires in the roofing business, because in the roofing business, a fire is truly a fire.
Yeah. You're talking 20, 30 grand. The bar business, you're talking.
Here's a free beer. Up.
Yeah.
And I do enjoy it. I truly do. I've always been a bartender. I like that aspect of it. I still 10 bar. I bet you. It doesn't seem like it, but if I add up the hours between Two Lanes and Outsiders, I still 10 bar 40 to 50 hours a week. And it doesn't seem like it because I do enjoy it. And I just pick up a shift here and there. I don't have any specific times that I'm at a bar. But if someone calls in sick, or we're a very family-oriented business, believe it or not, even being in the bar business. Most bar waitresses and bartenders have families, and they all have other jobs.
Yeah.
If a kid gets sick, I go work their shift. If the dog needs to go to the vet, I go work their shift. Yep.
So you're a compassionate business owner.
Well, and I got to keep the doors open too.
Yeah.
And I do enjoy it. So it's not that I had a girl call in sick. I guess it was last Wednesday, which Wednesday is a fairly slow day.
Customer appreciation drawing.
Well,
it's at $1,900 so
at the other place.
Tomorrow, it's going to be really busy.
Absolutely.
So just saying.
Yes.
And no, it's not going to be busy. Everyone should probably stay home and
so Tom can win all the money.
Really cold, and the weather's gonna be shitty. Don't even bother.
Yeah, that way his bar tab's not as much.
We don't talk about Brandy about the bar tab.
Well, if you win the money,
cash.
That's
cash. Cash is king.
Yeah.
Untraceable. Well, to a certain extent.
Well, untraceable by your wife.
Yes.
Or significant other. That's a pro tip there for all you single-ish guys. If you pay cash, they don't know what you spent. So
I ain't worried about that.
Yeah.
You will be.
Thank you, Donovan.
You might not today.
you will.
We're enjoying while it lasts. So.
By the way, for all his listeners out there, Gavin and Willie. Well, Willie is actually back dating his girlfriend.
Jeez
now.
Louise, man.
I mean, I don't know her name, but Gavin is completely single and
Yeah.
looking for a lady that's highly motivated to
Full head of hair, clean fingernails. Can't ask for much more.
No kids. no crushing student loans. $120,000 in debt for a philosophy degree isn't really the most attractive, but. Yeah, financially educated, no kids, and has their head on their shoulders straight. Yeah.
Okay, so
that's all I really fucking need.
I thought
you were talking about you.
1%.
No, that's what I'm looking for, man. That's what I'm looking for.
Well, it's like, yeah, I'll take that too.
Yeah, I thought you were putting your Tinder resume out there.
No. I mean, I am on
Willie's
Bumble
girlfriend out
and
there. I
on,
don't know if she's listening, but hey,
I don't even know.
I hope not. She hasn't listened.
She don't even know
yet.
about the podcast.
She hasn't listened to any yet. Well, I don't even think my parents have listened to it. So.
What?
All my buddies have listened to the one with Griffin, at least.
Yeah.
They're like, dude, I can't believe you said this about DC. Like, Marvel's so much better. And like, dude, I was like an hour and a half into our conversation, so it's like, damn, they actually listened to the whole thing.
I think we should do an entire podcast, DC versus Marvel.
Oh God.
I wouldn't have much to say. I
Next
mean,
Marvel
Batman's the
movie.
best.
I
hands down.
have 3 guys that'll come on throwing fists right off the bat. They're agreed. My friends are also extremely aggravated about that.
Can I just stand in the corner and yell, nerd?
Yeah.
Nerd!
I was going down a different avenue of getting like a dentist and a veterinarian on the podcast, but we could get some nerds on too.
Yeah.
Captain Sweatpants from
Captain Underpants.
Jeez Louise.
Oh, you can't even cheers. You're not even drinking.
I ran out.
Willie's got stuff to do later, so he's not drinking. But whatever, nerd.
No, I finished my beer.
What?
the whole beer.
Yeah.
The whole one?
Yeah, the whole 24-ounce tall
You're the
boy
reason
from the
bars
gas
go out of
station.
business.
Yeah.
Right?
Buy a tall boy on the way home
If
instead of
we're going to
stopping.
sustain this, we really have to...
Not that I promote alcoholism, but I embrace
Hey,
it.
if you ever run across a path where you'll buy Hecker, I will bartend.
Wait, buy a Hecker?
Yeah. Backstreet Wine and Dine's
No,
for
it's
sale.
for sale.
It is
Yeah.
for sale.
No way.
It needs a good manager.
Well, hey, the chicken barn's for sale too. Or not
Chicken barn?
The fuck it's called? Burkesville.
Yeah.
Crazy
Train.
Train.
Crazy
Train's
Train.
for sale. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
For those of you out there looking for an investment and a bar opportunity, Crazy Train is up and running.
And for 1/16 the price of Hecker and 1/8 of the price of Crazy Train, you can have a bar in Marissa.
With 1/4 the traffic, yeah.
You ain't lying.
90% off.
Yeah. And both them businesses are great. And Denny,
the pizza oven's ready to go.
and Crazy Train, they do a heck of a business. I mean, whoever buys that would be lucky to have it. They really would.
They're the only place I know that serves
The only
gizzards
thing
to
that-
this day.
Yeah.
The only thing that's
So good.
detriment is the parking.
Yeah, but
Dude,
they've
good
gotten
luck.
around that for 60 years.
Yep, and the neighbors around them, they understand what.
No, well, you bought a house next to a tavern.
Yeah.
That's part of the gig.
Probably bought it at a discount because of that,
They're
not complaining.
and most people understand that too. Hey, the tavern was here before your house and before you moved in here. You still bought the house.
Yeah.
Sorry, music's loud on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Do they have live music on Saturdays?
No, they don't. I'm just talking about bars in general.
Yeah.
But going through,
Yeah.
going through.
You buy a
Burkesville-
bar, you buy a house in Soulard.
Yeah.
You know someone's peeing in your backyard. You got to
Exactly
understand
right.
that.
That's
If
exactly
you
right.
don't,
Then you didn't do your research.
shame on you.
That's right.
I mean, really.
Yeah.
It's like in East St. Louis. If you don't put bars up on your window, it's like, dude, didn't do your homework.
You
You
weren't
didn't,
asking
get
for it.
you didn't get the memo on the closing documents.
Right.
Whoa, I'm not sure that equates to. Whatever, guys.
Are you saying I shouldn't have bought a house in East St. Louis?
No, I'm saying you should, but it has to have bars on the windows.
We're a big dog.
Or like
Big
maybe
dog.
castle walls or something, like with a drawbridge or something.
I mean, I think
That'd
you
be
could
cool.
buy a couple of acres in East St. Louis. You could build a compound pretty easily.
No, yeah, for probably like $20,000.
Yeah.
They'd probably pay you to put something up there,
Yeah.
actually. Dude, it needs a revival or something.
Half the city's taxes, but
amen.
I
You'd be
guess you'd
competing with
considered
strip
mayor
clubs
at
and
that
shit.
point.
Yeah. Get you a dune buggy to make it through all the potholes down State Street. And you're good to go.
Well, no, that's why you ride your bike. That's what they all do up there.
Yeah, you do not want. No one at this table needs to ride a bike through East St. Louis.
Yeah.
That's asking for it right there. That's asking for it.
One of the best moments. I don't know if you remember this or not, Kevin,
Okay.
but we were going to a Cardinal baseball game with Doug Bifford, his two kids, us, and we were driving through East St. Louis on the back way to Cardinal Stadium, and we saw the lady with the weed whacker on the back of the Go moped electric thing driving down right down Route 3.
I don't remember that, but I remember the trip. I don't remember that part of it. I remember us mooning someone on the highway
Whoa.
on the way back.
That was Kyle Stewart that mooned.
It wasn't me. That's all I know.
No.
We're going down some road like 60 miles an hour, and we're like, "Hey, moon them." Say less. Someone did. Same day. That's the only thing I remember from that trip. But yeah,
My East St. Louis story. So I worked for Coca-Cola for 20 years. When you come to Coke, your first route is East St. Louis or North City. That's
great.
That's your choice.
Low man.
And you're low man.
That's what it is.
So I ran East St. Louis, and I ran it for about 3 years, because at one point when I had enough seniority to move to other routes, I knew where I was going. I never had problems there. No bosses came to check on you. You know, so
that's a plus.
It was a great gig.
Yeah.
And the rule always was, when the school bells rang, you're out.
Yeah.
So you only had to work till 2:30, because that's when activity happens in East St. Louis.
You're suggested
Yes.
to leave the area.
Yes. Never had a problem. Never got robbed. Never got spit on. No issues at all. Finally, my buddies at Coke, other drivers, talked me into bidding out. There's a Chesterfield route, Chesterfield, Missouri route. I take it. 3 years in East St. Louis, not an issue one. Never had a problem. Not a flat tire. Nothing. First day in Chesterfield, robbed at gunpoint.
no shit.
Yep.
Chesterfield.
Yep.
Out of your Coca-Cola truck.
In the mall parking lot.
Wow.
The Chesterfield Mall parking lot.
What?
Yep. Absolutely.
Like, what does it even say? Like, give me all the Coca-Cola you have, or
No, give me your
No,
wall on your
okay,
phone.
okay,
Your,
They don't
right.
care about the Coca-Cola.
Yep.
that's all I fucking could picture. Just
Chesterfield.
a Coke
Yep.
robbery.
Yep. And the worst part is, so I had a side-loaded truck so the doors are on the sides of the truck, and that's where he put me, and then locked the doors in the middle of the parking lot of the Chesterfield Mall. So me banging on the doors for 2 hours, no one heard me, and he took my phone, and it was very hot.
Oh shit, man! How long were you stuck in there?
2 hours.
2 hours.
Yep, till someone actually heard me banging on the doors and kind of came over to investigate.
Wow.
And let me out. But yeah, 3 years in East St. Louis, not an issue one. Go to one of the richest neighborhoods in St. Louis and get robbed first day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was on Martin Luther King Drive working with Gavin's grandpa, and it was summer, probably early summer. This little cute black girl, she was probably 10 or 11, from skipping rope next to the sidewalk. We're putting siding on, working on this house in the middle of the hood, and she stops and said, "You boys are in the wrong neighborhood."
What?
A 10 to 12-year-old girl.
Wow.
Just walking, skip roping down the street.
And
you boys are in
and
the
she knows
wrong-
she's perfectly safe and you're not.
Correct. This was daylight.
Yeah.
As soon 2 hours before dark, you needed to get the fuck out of town.
Yep. Absolutely.
It was an eye opener for me. I mean, I grew up suburbs of Omaha. I mean, I integrated school systems, grew up with every race imaginable, but it was the first time I ever felt really scared.
Yeah.
Was after I moved here and I was down there.
And East St. Louis gets a bad rep, and it's earned.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like during the day when you're working down there, they kind of appreciate that you're actually there working.
Yeah.
And they're just poor. It's not that they're violent. They're just poor.
Donovan, I get the same gig. The people who we were working for were truly appreciative because nobody else would come down.
Sure.
They did. It was sketchy-ish, and they were appreciative. But
Mike,
you knew to fucking get out of there.
We do a lot of work down there construction-wise because we give an honest bid. And then this is not a plug, but a lot of companies will go down there and then whatever their bid is, they double it because they don't want to be there. No one particularly does.
No.
But we do a lot of work there because we give them an honest bid, and that's what it is, And we don't do a lot of work there because, quite honestly, people can't afford to improve their homes. But the ones that do, they really appreciate. And quite honestly, we lose some jobs because we are so much cheaper than the next guy that they think we're crooks.
Yeah.
That hey, he can't do this. Yeah. This guy's been this amount of money. Exactly right.
They don't trust you.
But most contractors go down there, and I know a lot of them that. Whatever it is, they don't want to be there. They don't want to work. They don't want to take the chance of not getting paid. Things like that. All the stereotypes that are down there. Yeah. So they make it worth their while to go there.
Yeah.
Well, we actually do business there, so.
Which punishes the people that aren't that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, it's catch-22.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird cycle of business, but it's true.
And it's sad, but it's true.
But Lane House is honestly known as being fair.
So we have my guys.
Not super expensive,
we're
crazy, just you're fair.
No one wants to be the cheapest.
You're fair.
No one wants to be the most expensive.
No.
And we have a worksheet.
And you
all my sales guys have the same thing.
Stand behind everything you sell.
Absolutely. And it's like I said, I'm not trying to get into the plug business, but all my guys have a worksheet. We charge a certain amount, and everything we do outside remodeling only. Everything is very simple. It's square foot or it's linear foot, and everything has a price. Gutters are $10 a linear foot. Doesn't matter if you're in Chesterfield or East St. Louis. Gutters are $10 a linear foot. They cannot deviate from those numbers.
That's the only way to do business in my mind. That's the way I do it. It's the price is what the price is, whether you're in fucking Reno or whether you're in Columbia.
Yep.
I don't care.
Yep.
Like, I'm not gonna treat you any different because there's no reason to.
Yeah. There's not.
No. People are people.
You can market to those different people.
Yeah.
And that's not the same as taking people for different reasons. I market to certain people, and that's the odds of people who come looking for my services.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Will I turn away someone just because they're not my target group? No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
I want to help you.
And we're kind of both we're in a luxury business.
Absolutely. We're the first to be cut.
Absolutely. Yeah. Same with bars. That is a luxury item.
Yep.
If the economy goes bad and no one has money to go out, it affects me too. And I understand. I'm the first. I'm also the first guy taxed.
Yeah. I got
low hanging fruit. Gaming, cigarettes, and booze. I'm the first guy taxed. I'll argue this every day. I'm the first guy taxed. I'm low hanging fruit.
Now everyone send your hate comments to
Rich Melchin and Dude.
No, yeah, still.
Yeah.
Might be changed now.
To imagine he changed his email.
So I'm asking you, who gets taxed more than a bar?
I say a single business owner.
I'm a single business owner. I guarantee I pay more taxes than Bonneville Blossoms.
No employees, but yeah, I agree with that.
Booze tax.
Gaming,
alcohol. Yeah.
So gaming, the state takes...
You get triple whammied.
So the gaming, the state takes 30% before I get taxed.
I'm sorry, what?
So they take a third of the total profits. Then my profits, I get taxed 35% on.
Wait.
So I pay a third and a third.
The state takes 30% of
35.
your top 35%.
So they take 30%. Yes.
Of your top line revenue?
It is, every profit is split three ways. State, vendors, the guys that provide the machines, and the bar. It's split three ways.
Whoa.
So say you made 90,000, it's 30.
Yes, absolutely.
And then on my 30, 10.
Then on my 30, I owe another 35% of my percent.
Because you made money off it.
Well, absolutely. But they already taxed me
Now, does the guy that owns the machines, do they get taxed?
Yes, absolutely.
Same percentage?
Well, that's a lot of tax.
And then, obviously,
So it's a double
tax.
30? You get 30 off the profits you made off the bar from that machine.
Yes.
Plus, the vendor gets charged 30% off of the profit he made
So
off
the state's
of
rolling
even
it in.
having it.
Well,
Absolutely.
Chicago's rolling it in.
How the fuck is our schools not being funded then?
Absolutely. That's what we like
Dude,
to know.
You fucking kidding me?
In 10
We
years,
should have...
in 10 years, they have gaming is a $3 billion profitable business for the state a year. So is marijuana. So that's $6 billion that is new revenue for the state.
Yeah, where the hell is it?
And
going?
where's it at? And why are we still broke? Why are we still in debt?
Yep.
Not even broke. I could see being flat even. Okay, you spent the money you got. You're spending money you don't have. And I don't want to get into politics, and I won't. But it doesn't make sense to me.
That has nothing to do with politics. It's simple accounting.
Yeah,
Common sense.
Politics and business, you have to talk about them both because they are intertwined and they directly
Especially
affect your top line revenue.
Yeah.
And profits, and if you don't factor it in, how can you even do business in the state of Illinois?
And
I mean, Willie, you're a small
I got
business guy.
smacked in the ass last year just paying 30%.
You're the low guy on the totem pole. You're getting hit the hardest. I'm probably middle of the road. Donovan's upper echelon.
I wouldn't even think that.
Well, whatever. I mean,
But I pay a lot.
thank you. I pay mediocre, but I can negate mine a tad bit more.
If you take my salary, my profits from the businesses, and then take my taxes and add them to my insurance cost, they make more than I do.
Yeah.
But without a doubt, I can show you on paper.
Without a doubt.
That I pay people for no service, and I mean that's what I mean. I know roads are fixed and things like that, but still, in my mind, I get nothing in return personally. If I buy something from you, I get a clean building.
You're not getting anything different.
I buy something from them, I get nothing in return.
You're not getting anything different than the neighbor down the street.
Right. Yeah.
And you're in it tenfold they are.
Well, and
even if somebody were to work in Missouri, you're in it further than they are.
Yeah, and it's a percent. And I also own a roofing company where I have 25 guys on a roof all day. What do you think my insurance cost is there?
Mm-hmm. I've been denied commercial insurance because I have a picture of me on a roof.
Oh yeah,
on my Facebook
sure,
page.
Absolutely.
We can't touch windows
Yeah.
because our insurance goes 5 times through the roof.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
How did you figure that out? Did you sit down with the insurance adjuster and?
Yes.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna do that.
You have to do that.
I'm gonna do that.
And
You have to.
You
gotta
have to have a good insurance guy. I would suggest.
Because I'm just blanket
I would suggest
covered,
Brian.
but I don't really
Yeah.
agree with that.
In the state of Illinois, for bar insurance, you have a choice of 2.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes, you do.
I can't go shopping.
Nope.
I got his price or his price. That's it.
And they're probably
And if
the
you
same.
piss off the first guy, you're fucked.
Yeah, and you're there forever.
You're
you
there
cannot move.
forever.
So they can raise your rates as much as they want, and they know they can.
Yeah. It's like
Well, it's the same.
taking a dick in the ass with a smile on your face.
My dad got dropped when I was in high school. My dad got dropped by State Farm. He's a gunsmith, so
Yep.
he has an ATF license and all that, or
Yep.
not ATF, but FFL.
Yep.
And same situation. The only person you can get insurance from that is even halfway affordable is NRA.
Yeah.
They're the only ones.
Yep.
I mean, you can't, and you have to
when
bend for what they want,
And when they become unaffordable, there is none. Then you're out of business.
or you're out of insurance. But
Right.
Yeah.
Or you pass it along to your consumer, and they either have to understand
See,
or
I
not.
don't know.
Well, generally, they don't.
And no one wants to pay $17 for a beer.
Especially when you go online and get a DoorDash delivered for $14.
Exactly.
So I'm still learning the
that's-
insurance, but on ag or crop insurance, that's all government subsidies. So I just don't know how much of local insurance is government subsidies, as in liquor insurance or commercial insurance locally or auto insurance plans. Like I know I've heard rumors, and I don't know how true it is, but a bunch of my buddies are convinced that the state of Illinois only provides so many deer permits per county based off of how many deer wrecks there are, because that's what drives the insurance. And so Yeah, so I don't know. I'm still learning all that.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that
because
either.
I don't know how you think as a government agency that it's okay.
It's not unfathomable to think that they do that.
Correct.
But I wouldn't know for sure.
No, and so but to have a government tie in the insurance to know how many wrecks there are, that's where. So I just feel like somebody's lining somebody's pockets somewhere.
Yeah. And I deal with insurance companies all day long on roofing.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
I hate to say it, but probably 80% of my business is insurance claims.
Yeah. Has to be.
You know, and I wish it was not. If I never heard the word State Farm again, I'd be a happy man. But it's truly, that's what it is. That's my business. And you see people getting taken advantage of, and then you see other people given way more breaks. There's no rhyme or reason to a claim. There's not. The man that comes to I always tell people when I go to their house and I advise them, hey, I think you need to make an insurance claim. Here's how it's going to go. If the guy has a good breakfast and his kid brought home a good report card that morning, you're going to get a roof. If he hits a skunk coming down your driveway, you're going to get declined. And it's that man's opinion, and only that man's opinion, that decides that. So if he pulls up and you're kind of a jerk to him, you ain't gonna get a roof.
If he had a fight with his wife before he even came to the job.
Yeah. Or if he doesn't like the contractor on the job site.
So how can people combat that? Like, there's got to be a way. Like, you can't just accept it.
And I'm not saying all adjusters are crooked, all adjusters are like that, but
everyone has a bad day.
At the end of the day, that's the truth. There's one man that gets to decide if you get a claim or if you get declined.
Really?
And there are options. You can ask for a second inspection, which is usually his colleague that has to come out and override his colleague who he just had lunch with.
Which never.
Rarely. Or you can hire an engineer, and this is how most insurance company works. Not all of them. You get to hire the engineer. They get to pick them.
So you hire the engineer company. They pick
the engineer. You get to pay for him. So in most
wow.
In an engineer on like a roof claim, let's say a hail hit roof, unless the hail went through the mat of the shingle, an engineer said that is still structurally fine, even though we all know that the granules are gone, the integrity of the roof is less, but in an engineer's eyes, it is still intact and it is waterproof. You will get declined.
Damn.
You know, so the first guy that comes out there, I'm not saying I'm a lawyer, but it's beneficial to have your contractor meet them. And they can kind of slow them down. I've never seen we don't jump up and down and argue with nobody, but we're buddies. Hey, how's it going? How's your day? Let's get on the roof and check. Hey, what about this piece here? And that's all we do, because we're not going to change the adjuster's mind. And sometimes you don't know the backstory either. Maybe that guy's made 25 claims in 6 years.
Do you know the adjusters normally?
Yeah, a lot of them. I do. Yeah. Now, when these big storms like March 14th came through,
dude,
they were all from out of state.
My profession,
everybody in Texas is a roofer.
I drive through the same subdivisions you do.
I
see them.
Yeah, and they all got Texas plates.
Yes.
They all got. Yes, everybody in Texas.
Oh, none of them speak English.
But they can get to it tomorrow.
None of them speak English.
Very few do. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's just how. I mean, that's the insurance world. And I follow people on Facebook that are complaining about different companies. It's not the company, it's the individuals. You're going to have a bad or good experience with everybody. We were just talking at the tavern the other day. Federico's here in Waterloo. I love the place. I love their food.
Love their fucking food.
I like Freddie. Dude, he's a nice man.
Is super good.
They're awesome. Their drinks are good wine.
Yeah.
There was a couple people in there that had a bad experience, and they were just bashing him. And I could not understand how much of a difference that I was there and they were there. The experience difference.
But the thing is you can't control those person's attitudes.
Yeah, and you're right.
You know, if that person walked in there with a bad attitude, just like your adjuster,
right,
it may throw Freddie off, or it may throw the waiter staff off.
Yeah,
that's not fair.
And Freddie owns his own business too.
That's right.
If they're being maybe a jerk to the waitress and he came out to defend him,
that's right.
Because I've done it too.
The exact situation happened at No Jack South.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that on
was such
Facebook.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I read all that
Blew the
too.
fuck
I'm not
up
going
for no
into
reason.
details or anything, but
the owner, Freddie,
he
is a good dude. He will defend his people's action if he feels that they were reasonable and
That's right.
Yeah,
acceptable.
In that situation, No Jack South, believe me, Redbud stepped up.
Oh yeah.
There was people there that
yeah.
witnessed it. There and he's a great guy.
Yeah.
I've eaten there. I own a business next door.
Yeah, exactly.
I've eaten there 4 or 5 times already just in the 30 days I've owned 2 lanes because I'm not serving food yet.
Mm-hmm.
I like the man. I like his food, and I know the girl they were talking to. I can't imagine her being like that. Wasn't there, but I know people that were there, and they got on Facebook. They defend him. Redbud, the community of Redbud is a very stand up
Yeah, you
and
don't
a
fuck
very
with Redbud.
common sense people.
Mm-hmm.
They truly are. I have had nothing but good experiences in Redbud.
Mm-hmm.
I've met 300 people. I remember 6 of their names, and I apologize.
Yeah.
But no one has rubbed me the wrong way yet. I haven't walked back to the back room and gone, that cocksucker out there, I can't stand him. Not yet. Not one person yet.
Yeah. Redwoods.
And Waterloo, it's only happened once. It's usually when Tom walks in. You know.
That's a good one.
There are multiple Toms in this community. I'm not exactly sure he's talking about.
There's only one that goes to the customer appreciation drawing every week, though.
No,
there's about
that's
4
not
Toms.
true.
4 times? Damn, all right. There goes that.
Thank you.
But you can't say Tom Smith. The
So-
mayor does not count.
Are you guys?
No, he goes every week.
Jay,
Almost every
wait,
week.
Do you guys have plans to rename it?
So,
And what are the options? Do we get to vote? Is there going to be
well,
an
Red
online
cider.
poll?
So I had-
Whoa, that's
when I bought the business, I bought the LLC so I could keep the gaming machines on because that's important to me.
the liquor license.
And yeah, it was easier.
Okay.
It truly was.
Right.
Instead of
But that
Instead of buy-
expires
well,
3-4 months.
but and I can renew it in those names, or I can change the DBA, the doing business as.
So what are you gonna do?
We're still kicking around Tulane. The name Tulane does not offend me. The name Tulane is not what I would name it.
People know that name though.
Well, I don't know. It's only been 2 lanes for 2.5 years. If it was still Sportos, I'd probably leave Sportos.
Well, it was vacant for 4 years between Sportos and Tulane.
I knew it was
so-
Sportos.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was empty for a while.
It was
No
empty
kidding.
a long time.
And the man that sold it to me, Wayne, great guy, has helped me out a lot. You know, very down to earth, very accommodating. But it's kind of named after him. It's a play on words of 2 bowling lanes, 2 lanes,
Yeah.
and his name Wayne. So it's spelled Tulaynes. Wayne
Okay.
with 2 on the front of it.
Yeah.
I don't particularly like it. Like I said, it doesn't offend me. I'm not a vain man. It will not be called Donovan's. You know.
So, is there any way that the bowling alley is coming back, or they're gone?
Not in my lifetime.
Just because everyone's like, oh my, 2 lanes, there's a bowling
Yes.
alley out there. That's everyone's question.
I have no
Not
experience
mine,
running a bowling
I know.
lane, a league, a bowling alley. I don't know how to oil
There's a
them.
bowling alley under.
They're still there. Absolutely. The pin setting machines are still there. There's a false floor built over top of everything.
Okay.
But they're there. There is still bowling lanes there.
The
Absolutely.
mechanism, all that shit's still there.
Yes. The ball returns, everything are still in place.
I remember when they were there. When I was a kid.
You do not.
Yeah.
Oh, he's old.
How old are you?
30.
2000s.
I know, he's 32. He looks
So you'd
like
been 4.
Yeah, but I remember going to Sportos when I was a kid
And
get
your dad bowling?
breakfast or just
Yeah.
seeing. Well, maybe the false floors weren't there yet,
Okay.
but I remember seeing the ball.
false floors
Unless
weren't there
the
until
ball
after-
returns, the ball return's still up, isn't it?
The what?
The ball return's still visible.
Yes,
So then
absolutely.
that's what I'm imagining is that I saw that whenever I was a kid.
Because I don't know. I really don't know when the bowling lanes were covered.
Yeah.
It's during the
Before-
Sporto years.
Before my time.
So I remember bowling down there.
Really.
I do. And that was in 1994, 95.
What decade are we talking?
Absolutely.
Okay.
But I don't know exactly. And trust me, anybody sitting at that tavern right now, just listen to this. they know the date and the hour it was closed down.
They do.
And they're screaming 2022 or whatever.
All those angry people. Dudesplayground.org. Attention, Rich Melching.
Yep.
Send all those angry, screaming comments that
voicemails and all.
Yeah. But I have no plans on opening bowling lanes.
No,
I really don't. It's for me. It's a lot of space.
You know what?
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of space.
And in my opinion, your kitchen should be just done with.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Oh no! So that
I saw it in transition.
Yes.
Because I own a cleaning company. I got preview. It was fucking bad.
So the day I took ownership, the kitchen closed.
Okay.
We served no food.
Good.
We have a couple. We are making pizzas and pizza ovens, little frozen pizzas. That is
the
it.
little top counter
Yes.
pizza oven.
So in that bar,
Your kitchen was gross.
it is gross.
It was.
So just so people from Redbud know, there is an industrial kitchen 20 feet behind that one that is concrete floors, steel walls, 30-foot hood that used to be a fish fry stand back when Sportos had it.
That's still fucking there.
And that is going to be my kitchen. The kitchen that they used is going to be the women's bathroom.
Okay.
Because the bathrooms there are smaller.
Tiny.
They are smaller than Johnny on the
Tiny.
spots.
And right next to the bar. pretty
Absolutely.
much.
If you go in there and fart, everybody can hear you.
Hey,
So that is changing.
awesome.
Yes.
I'll give
that's
you
awesome.
a cookie. I mean, I went in there a couple weeks ago, and I think every single kid in there was under 25.
Yeah.
The bar was full,
No, I
and I was just like, "I'll be damned! Like this is the place to be."
yeah. Redbud has stepped up for me. They really
Yeah.
have. It's amazing what a little bit of bleach will do.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
No, I ain't joking. I mean,
Yeah.
the place.
Yeah.
It was a little dirty. It smelled.
I laugh,
You know?
but before
know
you
it.
bought the place, it was probably 2 months before that. I was in there, and dude, it was.
And
It
no offense
no
to
bueno.
Wayne, he checked out some time ago.
Yep.
He stopped caring about the place. He did, and then we actually had an agreement for maybe the last 6 months that I was buying it. It just took us that long to get appraisals and loans and things like that.
Yeah, insurance and all that kind
So
of
in that
shit.
6 months, he really checked out. He was absent. You know, and that. Hey,
He was floating. He was coasting.
absolutely. He knew.
Yeah.
He knew I was buying it. Why would he put money into it? Why would he fix anything?
Yeah.
Someone else is about to take this over. I got it. I understand. And maybe I'll do the same.
Yeah.
But quite honestly, this is my business. I didn't buy this bar to flip it. I didn't buy this bar to, I don't know, drink with my buddies.
Well, like
This
you
is
said, I
my
mean,
company.
I went in there on a Saturday and you actually had the fucking football games on. I mean, I've gone into Hecker before and they don't even have the fucking football game on a Saturday afternoon.
Really?
And you can't expect people to want to come into a bar when you can't even put the
Yeah.
football
If you
game
got
on.
Days of Your Lives playing on TV, yeah.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
come on. Like,
Yeah.
you got to try a little. Like,
Yeah.
you got to try. And, again, though, that's the reason why you had that younger crowd there.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can't appease to that little bit that they get in on, I
Yeah.
mean...
And you know the bartenders I inherited, which I love them all. They're all still there. I don't think
That's
I lost
awesome.
one of them. They're younger,
Oh, yeah.
and I couldn't understand why maybe their friends weren't coming, because I went down there a few times to drink before I owned it, and it was 8 or 6 old guys with this beautiful young bartender.
yeah.
And they're in their 70s. Why aren't your friends here?
Yeah.
Call your friends.
Yeah.
Have them come down here. You know, that's it. And I think now they are.
Yeah.
I think maybe they were embarrassed that they were there, or not ashamed.
I didn't see
but,
any older guys there, and we were there about, say, 7 or 8 o'clock on a Saturday.
Yeah. Well, and Willie, outsiders the same way.
Yeah, I agree.
So from let's say noon to 4, it's old guys
Yep.
watching ESPN. From 4 to 6 is people my age, power drinking
Mm-hmm.
to go home. From 8 o'clock or 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock, it's dead. There ain't nobody there.
That's the supper time.
Because we don't have happy hour stuff no more.
Yep.
Kids don't stop on the way home from
if
work.
you had that,
Then you would be
young
full all
group,
day.
You would be.
And outsiders.
And then after dinner's over, you get a.
I sell more beer from 11 o'clock at night till 1 a.m. than I do all day.
Yeah.
Because
people are drunk and they're blowing their money.
Well, and every bar in town closes.
Not every.
Every trendy bar in town closes at 11 o'clock.
Monday, you've got to be one of the very few bars that are open.
Yes. Yep.
Main Street, maybe Randy's.
Randy's is always open.
Willie's.
I don't know about Willie's. I think they close fairly early. I don't know. And they might be. I can't say for their hours.
Randy's is always open.
They are.
I know.
Whether you want to
motherfuckers drink a coffee at Randy's.
Yeah. Randy's is 6 a.m. to 1 a.m. every single day.
It's a Monroe, Waterloo staple, quite frankly.
Absolutely. And he deserves it. He's done a good job.
Yes.
He's a very likable man. Yep. And he's got his business.
I'm very happy he stopped drinking.
See, I never knew him as a drinker. I really didn't. I've known him for 20 years.
I knew him in the last year or two at the end of that. So it was bad.
So I will tell you this story. And he's told me this story, and he's told several people, so I'm not telling a secret.
All right. I don't want to get in trouble.
Exactly right.
If we do, richmelching.org.
Yep.
Dude's
for sure.
When Randy quit drinking, the Miller Lite salesman called him and asked, "What is going on? Did you close? Is there something wrong?
No fucking way.
Yeah.
That he drank that much Miller Lite that the chick Fritz, Robert Fritz, called him personally to ask why his sales were down so much.
We noticed a difference
for Miller Lite specifically.
Yes.
Randy's a great guy. He's got, I don't know, 5 or 6 daughters or daughters, 7 daughters. Well, not.
I know 2 of them, but
the stock price plummeted when he stopped.
We worked at the bar and we worked at his house. Randy's a great dude, but I knew him a year or 2 before he quit drinking, and I liked him way more after he quit drinking.
See, I never knew him as a drinker, so I wouldn't know. I consider him a good friend of mine. We talked about the ILBA earlier. Yeah. He's actually the sergeant at arms for the state. So in Monroe-Randolph County, we have 2 state positions in our county, which there's no other county that has that.
Randy's got one.
Randy is a sergeant of arms, and I'm the district vice president. So we actually have, and Jeff Vogt is a past president. Mm-hmm. So when we go to these meetings, Monroe-Randolph County is represented. Represented? Is that a word?
Yeah, that's a word.
It sounds like
I'm
stuck.
Represented.
Yeah, that's probably more better. Yeah.
It's pronounced differently.
You said represented.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Anywho.
But we have a larger voice than Chicago. Because we have 3 votes, and they have 1. Usually every district has a vice president. We have a past president, who gets a vote, and we have a Randy, who is sergeant arms, and we have me.
So everyone who's listening that just was like, what the fuck did you just say? Waterloo, Monroe County has more of a vote with the Liquor Association than Chicago?
Yes.
Is that what you just said?
Yes.
Why?
Because every district has a vice president. So Chicago is a district. Rockford is a district. Quincy is a district. Springfield is a district. Effingham is a district. We have a very large district.
Because of
Southern Illinois. So, but there's still only 1 district. So they all have 1 vote. Now, Quincy has a past president. Rockford has a past president. We have a past president. They all get to vote. Randy is sergeant of arms. He gets to vote. He is on the executive board of the ILBA. Huh. And I'm a district vice president. I get to vote. So, and Chicago has 1. So we actually get to vote 3 times to their 1. Now, granted...
Because of your elected offices in the hierarchy of it.
Now, granted, but it is funny, when we go to these meetings...
That's wild. Well,
no,
you just hit... 4 people are rewinding this thing right now.
Well, Dad, you know what that means, right? We had Jeff Vogt on the podcast. We've had Donovan on the podcast.
Now we got
to get Randy. Yeah.
I mean, it just makes sense.
All right, fine. Randy,
no, we don't
talk to you next week.
Because the guys from Chicago, the guys from Rockford, the guys from the suburbs, they kind of vote all the same.
Yeah.
And it's funny when we go to these meetings. This is how we all know how the state of Illinois is. It's Chicago against the world.
Yep.
Chicago against the rest of the state.
Yes.
If we just push him over to Michigan, I'd be so happy.
I go to these meetings, and I know where everybody's from. And so we go to, like, Michigan. We go to Wisconsin. We go to San Antonio, Texas.
Oh, shit.
For these conventions and these meetings to see what they're doing to make their place better, to get ideas to bring back to the state.
And then you change.
Yes. And when we go to Wisconsin, it's funny. Illinois has not the best reputation because of Chicago. Everybody introduces themselves as, "Hi, I'm Donovan from Southern Illinois." And I look at him and I think, "You are not from Southern Illinois. You're from Champaign." Everybody outside the city limits of Chicago says they're from Southern Illinois.
Right, as far away from Chicago as possible.
I'm not from Chicago.
They want to eliminate any aspirations that they're from Chicago immediately. They introduce themselves as, "I'm Tom Clemens from Southern Illinois."
I mean, same thing I do, but
you're actually from Southern Illinois, though.
They can be from Cicero, and they say they're from Southern Illinois. Because they're south of Chicago.
Or Rock Island or something.
Rock Island. The guy from Champaign, he does it all the time.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Wink, wink, nod, nod.
Typical.
Oh my God.
Typical U of I people.
Oh.
It's basically the only thing that got going for that whole entire county up there. Just the U of I and then Springfield, the capital. And it's just a bunch of government buildings. I mean, you look at Springfield, too. It's just... If they took away all the government jobs, like, no one would have a job there.
And State Farm is in Bloomington. State Farm and Girl Marker in Bloomington.
So it's country companies.
Those are huge. Yeah,
Oh, no shit.
Companies is, yeah.
Oh, and then Caterpillar used to be up there, but then they moved to Texas because they were like, "Fuck Illinois taxes."
I think John Deere and Moline is closing. I've heard that they're they're restructuring.
I think John Deere's actually closing.
They're talking about it, but
yeah, they haven't made it official.
They bought a 2,000-acre farm down there.
Really?
Area.
Oh yeah,
It's not official.
So John Deere's leaving Illinois.
Yeah. I guarantee they will.
Guarantee it because of the taxes and all that.
They bought a big chunk of ground, and it's probably
either that or they're
What a
making
shame.
a second
What a
headquarters.
I have no intention of ever leaving Illinois because I love the town. I love this.
Yeah, I love the people. It's just the government, man.
But what a shame.
Yeah.
14 minutes away, I can get 35-cent cheaper gas and $2 pack cigarettes cheaper.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, why does that have to be? I mean, the border states, them guys up north in the ILBA, the Illinois Liquor Beverage Association, the guys that border Wisconsin, they get killed because Wisconsin laws are so lax. They don't pay so we call it your liquor liability insurance, dram shop back in the day.
Okay.
That is my most expensive bill every year. Wisconsin does not have that. They have no liquor liability. If you get drunk in a bar and kill somebody, that's your fault. You drank it, you wrecked your car. Here, it's the bar's fault. They can sue the bar. In Wisconsin, they can't sue a bar.
See, in Wisconsin, that makes sense to me.
And your price as an Illinois bar was your insurance rates go through the roof.
Oh,
For something that you
has to transfer over.
Yeah, but
as the cost to the customer, or you
that's
need it.
in Wisconsin, your car insurance covers it. Your personal insurance.
Shut the fuck up.
They cannot come back and sue a bar. You have no liquor liability tax or insurance. They don't have to have it. They don't
non-existent.
And that's
it
got to
doesn't
be
exist.
what?
It's a state thing.
It's got to be like 12% a year.
It's $14,000 a year for me at one bar.
Times that by 5, and it's over $100,000. Well, I'm just saying for hypothesis.
But
that's a lot of fucking money.
How do places like Texas Roadhouse
fuck are
come
you
in
kidding me?
Like a franchise business? How do they even make it work in Illinois?
Because it's a national organization.
They got the money, and
They buy 700,000 pounds of steaks a month,
Yeah.
and I can buy 30 pounds. I pay more, they pay less. That I understand.
Well, I meant like on their liquor license because they're a bar too.
Well, they still pay it, but it averages out over 52 states.
Yeah, and they do
instead of one person for one location.
And they do audits. So if you sell more food than alcohol, I pay less in Two Lanes because I actually serve some food than I do in Outsiders because I serve no food. I am strictly a bar business. Mm-hmm. I pay more for my liquor liability because if they're in there, there's no chance that they're eating pizza and drinking soda.
They're not hydrating. They're not.
So how much of a discount would that be from the insurance rate?
I can tell you exactly what it is.
Well,
it's $5,000.
Wow, $5,000 less per year that you would have to pay for that liquor liability insurance.
And all those
my liquor liability in Two Lanes is 9, in Waterloo it's 14, and it's the type of business that is run.
Yeah,
it's nothing to do with insurance rates or and one agent's better than the other because I try to keep everything local. I use local guys, and I use different local guys.
The only difference is one serves food, one doesn't.
Yes,
Don, I'm the same way. My insurance, I want to keep local, but I shop national.
Sure,
it generally works out. Yeah. Local is cheaper and I get better service.
Because you can shop around, though. I mean, for you guys, you only have two or three.
Not just you have to.
Yeah.
Well, it is one of the highest expenses as a business owner we pay is insurance, whether it's liability, workers' comp, whatever it is.
And when I say I can't shop, I can shop my building insurance. Everybody will take the building. But you try to keep them together. So there's only a couple companies in Illinois that will do liquor liability. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And there's two. That's what it is.
But then you have to pay that insurance, the insurance for the building.
Now there's
the insurance for parking lot or whatever. I don't even know. That's a lot of insurances.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it all goes back to Illinois casualties.
Everyone says, own a local business. It's super easy. It's you're gonna make money
super risky,
hand over fist, but nobody factors in
even gaming. You see the numbers in the paper, which are skewed, and I've called Kermit every time he puts that in the paper that Outsiders made $3.2 million in gaming. That is a complete falsity.
Yeah.
So what do you get after taxes?
No, it's not even taxes. It's not. There's so let's say $1 million goes in a machine, and they're skewed numbers. So you put a $20 in your machine. You hit this, you double your money. Now you win $40. It is reported to the state that now you are gambling $40 worth of money.
Okay.
You hit it again. Pardon me. Say you win $600. Now, on those numbers, the state says you gambled $640 in gambling in the machine. Yep. In honesty, you put $20 in.
Yeah.
And
that's the number he should put in the
return rate was
okay, I see what you mean.
Yes.
Instead of 23.
And there is a risk.
They don't factor that shit in.
Yeah.
It's not that they don't factor it in. They erase it on purpose.
Yeah, the bigger the number, the more publicity it gets.
When you can look it up right now.
Yeah,
You can go to Illinois.
Oh, so he's using a certain number.
Yes, he's using the final column. And that is false. That is not the way it is. That is not what we are making. Mm-hmm. That is not what the state is bringing in. If you go to the third column, basically the money that's a tenth of that, or even a 16th of that, that's what we're making. Mm-hmm. It's not.
Yeah.
And it's all going back into your business. Like, I've seen Outsiders transform over the past 5 years.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, it's such a nice place now.
No,
honestly.
thank you. I do appreciate that. But I can also lose. Yeah. If someone hits my machines, it's gambling for me too. It's not just gambling for you. If you hit a $7,000 jackpot on my place, congratulations. I probably lost $2,500 that month. It's just how it goes.
Yeah.
But the state or the city doesn't give that money back either. They only take part of the profits. They don't reimburse you for losses. So I take all the risk.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'm not trying.
So the government wins no matter what.
And I'm not trying to get on a soapbox and say this is all bullshit, because I'm not saying that, but it is true. I have all the risk, and that's it.
And
did I talk too much? Have I talked too long?
You have all the risk with the least amount of possibility of reward.
The reward is great, and I'm not going to argue that.
It is.
But I do have the risk.
But it could be bad as...
It could. There ain't no doubt about it.
Yeah. Not many people nowadays, especially young
They
people,
think if you got a gambling machine, you're printing money. It is not the truth.
So
there's a profit to it, but there could be a loss to it too. There truly could.
Unless you track your numbers.
And these out of town gaming units that come in and open these standalones, we call them, these just gaming parlay onlys, without being a bar or a restaurant or nothing.
Old gas station.
They pay $1,000 a month for you a rent in a strip mall. And when this all started 10 years ago, this was supposed to be to support the bar business, because the bar business is going backwards.
Yeah.
Kids are not drinking; they're staying home smoking pot.
They needed
a boost
to
absolutely,
generate more revenue.
And so did the state.
Yeah.
They needed money.
It was a good idea.
Yes, and then now they put them in gas stations. They put them in laundromats. They put them in. They'll be in daycare before you know it, because the state needs money. That's not how it was supposed to be set up, because it's supposed to be regulated basically by the liquor
That's
owners.
what blows my mind. You go in and you gotta go fucking take a shit, and you're at the gas station and you can't find a damn parking spot because everybody's in there gambling.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like what?
You go to Monomart.
Come on.
Monomart's machine are full all the time.
Monomart.
So now they are a truck stop.
Yes.
So they put them picnic benches out back, so they could be called a truck stop because they sell diesel fuel.
Yeah.
Truck stops can be open 24 hours a day for gambling.
Otherwise,
I have to turn my machines off at 1 a.m. and open back up at 6 a.m.
You're limited.
They're open
14 hours.
That'd be more than that, but
12. Yeah. Well, I can't do the math because I'm drunk. Randy can be open 6 a.m. to 1 a.m. So that's 19 hours. There you go. Hey, man, I can't ride too.
See, you said you couldn't do it. I baited you.
But they can be open 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
Gaming.
Yeah.
Which I don't think that's fair either. Just
I
because
can't even, like, who signs off on that shit? Like, I don't feel like Monroe County or Waterloo, that's what doesn't make sense.
So a lot of regulations are state enforced.
Yes.
Not enforced, but regulated.
And your local governments do not fight them because
The local government can trump state thing. But most of the time
generally
they don't.
Yeah.
That's low on their pole. They want to make sure potholes are filled and trash is picked up.
Yeah.
They could give a shit less if Donovan makes $20 more a
Yes.
month in gaming. We're done.
No.
Yeah.
You're still recording.
Well, and that's the same
That's
kind
what
of.
I asked.
It's the same.
Oh yeah,
kind
no,
of
I didn't
pickle.
stop recording whenever I walked away.
I just was making sure.
But
It's the
yeah, I
same
can,
kind of
I can
pickle
cut
as
it
the solar
out. We're
farm
good.
Stuff. I mean, it's
Yeah,
pushed on a state level, and
Right, 'cause-
the county and the city can decide on it if they want.
You seem more educated about me.
No, I'm just
The
we're
solar
at an hour
panels.
and 40 minutes right now.
Are you shitting me?
No,
Okay.
Damn.
Man,
we're
I can
cooking with
talk.
butter.
Shut up, you deer hunter.
But
I think you're just hungry, man.
Right?
what I heard is JB Chris.
Wait.
Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna smoke while you guys argue for just a second.
Do it, man. Do it.
You gotta make a date.
To get
date.
married?
You said you couldn't hang out late tonight because you had stuff going on.
Oh no, that's no big deal.
No.
No, I gotta take a
I'm gonna
leak
go
though.
smoke with Donovan.
All right, we'll be right
You guys
back,
talk
guys.
about what you got.
Okay.
Stupid.
We're back. I pressed play, so we're recording again.
Right.
So
Well,
you go ahead and do
You're
it.
gonna give our social and all that kind of good stuff. You're gonna give our next week's guest announcement. I'm gonna give the extra. You guys ready?
You don't have to announce the next guest. I mean, you can leave it a mystery.
We got a list.
We got
We,
this, guys.
we are booked out until January.
Does every podcast go this long?
No.
Yeah,
I mean,
it has been.
Maybe.
The only one that's gone this long, besides Jeff Vogt, is like 2.5 hours and a bottle of Jack Daniels in our living room too.
So what's it getting ended it down to? What's it get edited down to?
Basically nothing. I don't edit anything.
So this could be an hour and 40-minute podcast.
Good.
Who's going to listen to that?
You know what?
Not all in one sitting, but I listen to Joe Rogan talk for 3 fucking hours to people that, as long as there's something interesting to talk about, I listen.
Our own guest just kicked us in the balls.
We just released one last week with Griffin Fahey. It was an hour and 45.
Okay.
That's generally we go for like an hour, 20, hour and a half.
When you get on a computer, can you see how long people listen to it? Or just how many people listen?
Yeah, so over the past 3 months, we've had 70 hours worth of listening.
Okay.
And
people have listened for 70 hours.
I'd say we have 7 hours worth of
content. Right.
Yeah.
We got about 7 hours total of stuff, 70 watch hours, so...
Only 10 people listen to it all the way through.
Oh. Right, but I mean, if they listened all the way through, though, I mean, that could be 200 people watching it for 20 minutes.
I do want to do one thing, and you got to put this in there.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like a radio station, and when I told Kelly I was coming, I said, all I want to do is get on there. Hey, it's kind of like a radio station, and all I want to do is go, booger!
Booger.
You guys are too young.
Yeah. I am not. I appreciate it.
WKRP.
Yeah, it might be a little...
Dr. Johnny Fever, when he got hired when WKRP became a rock station, he had got fired from a station before for saying booger on the air. And when WKRP became a rock station, he said, I want to do one thing. Booger!
Booger. Hate those out in listening land. We appreciate you.
Everybody over the age of 48 goes, oh, that's hilarious.
That's honestly 70% of our audience right there, age 30 to 55.
All 12 people who are just like, wow, I can relate to Booger.
Yeah.
Or they might see
Donovan's name and click share.
For the love of God, I thought turkeys could fly. Since it's Thanksgiving Day show.
Dropping them out of helicopters.
The Southfield Mall just got bombed by turkeys.
He's laughing. He even knows. I mean, we're the only ones who know it.
I just feel like I've seen that before somewhere.
Every Thanksgiving.
WKRP.
Every Thanksgiving, that episode's all over the place.
Really?
They flew a
turkey drop.
Turkey drop. Yeah. It was a sitcom in the 80s. And they had their turkey episode, or their Thanksgiving episode. Their general manager decided to come over to this mall and drop turkeys out of the airplane. They're hitting the ground like sacks of wheat.
I thought they could fly.
For the love of God, I thought turkeys could fly.
Gavin, have you ever watched Rick and Morty?
Yeah.
It reminds me of the Rick and Morty episode where it's Thanksgiving and the president turns like half the fucking Marines into turkeys to go find Rick and Morty. It's an insane episode.
Jumping out of fucking attack helicopters.
Yeah, it's the same.
So we're on the same page because I've never heard of Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
There's a cartoon version of your story.
Exactly.
Rick and Morty, my God, I mean, love this show. Secondly,
okay,
we're.
Is that where we're ending right there?
Yeah, I think so.
On Turkey Day tomorrow.
All I want to say
Turkey
is
Day, Rick and Morty.
Yeah. No, that's honestly one of the best end notes we've had in a long time.
I thought they could fly. It's seeming like a.
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up here at the studio. We're gonna take it easy, and thank you, Donovan, for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, pleasure's been ours, man, and hopefully we'll have many more episodes. I don't know where I'm going with this, guys, but find us on Facebook, Spotify, and I'm working on YouTube, but don't hold me to that because
we got a little.
I got a lot of shit to do in the background, but
we got a little bit of working to do on.
Right
Facebook.
after
I couldn't share it again, so
after this year we'll have weekly episodes.
Yeah, so we're starting to hit it hard. Actually, after this week, we're booked every week all the way until after Thanksgiving. Or no, after Christmas. So we've got 4 or 5 in a row recording, and then the goal is to hit it hard after the new year and start releasing every week.
Yeah.
So
as long as I remember.
We have a lot of
women
in the conversations, so any ladies out there that listen for 5 seconds and think that this isn't for them, be listening to us in July or January. January.
January.
January.
Or the single, or?
No, I'm January.
Well, he's back with his girlfriend. So.
But I'm single,
like
so...
Well,
She's probably going to listen and kick my ass now.
There's no way she makes it an hour and 50 minutes in. There's no way. She'll listen to the first 30 minutes and think, oh, this is fine. I love it, babe. And then put it down.
He loves me so much.
Well.
So Willie's girlfriend, everything's good. He's going to be coming home to you soon.
What is this one? 42 and 35 seconds? I'll have to find that. I'll have to start the podcast there.
Wait.
All right, guys. We're out of here.
Willie's timing.